Hey, Escalation Squad! Hope you're doing absolutely amazing today. It's John from Reddit Escalating Stories, and we're back with another wild Reddit drama that just keeps getting worse. If you love watching these stories escalate out of control, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on the bell. Means the world. Let's dive straight into it. The story comes from Overall Ad 7940, and it says, "Am I overreacting to finding these conversations on my wife's Discord and wondering if I should leave for her sake? This isn't about cheating, so if that's what you clicked for, sorry. My wife and I have been together for about 14 years, married for 7. We're in our late 30s. I'm a guy. She has a higher libido and interest than I do, and it has been difficult for her to manage. Over the past 2 years, I developed a chronic illness that makes me very tired, and my libido is even lower. We have had sex 3x this year. She does try to initiate too, yes. I was using her laptop since it was downstairs, and she was upstairs, and I guess chatting with some friends on Discord. She was talking about how bad she feels, that she doesn't get to be a desired woman whose husband is always flirting or trying to initiate or just being spontaneous, and how she thinks her libido has slowly died through lack of attention. She said she has never had a rip her clothes off moment with me, and she never will. She said she knows she is just not the type of woman that a man would see and desire or think is sexy, but she can't help but want it anyway. That really broke my heart. She has told me a lot of that already, but I guess it really struck me. I have been thinking over the past days that she might be better off with me leaving, and her being able to move on and find someone who does want to rip her clothes off. It would break my heart to leave her, but I can't be that guy for her, and I don't want her to feel like a caged bird. I don't care about her talking over stuff like this with her friends. She's an external processor, and she isn't bad-mouthing me or anything. We tried couples counseling a while ago, but my insurance cut it off, and it's just too expensive. We communicate with each other just fine. She is always open and honest with me. At this point, should I just leave? Would she be better off without me? If you're a woman in a similar position, how do you cope with it? Or what do you do? Escalation Squad. Stop for a second. He just read his wife telling her friends she's never once felt truly desired by him, that she'll never have that rip her clothes off moment. And now he's asking if he should quietly leave so she can finally be happy. No comments yet. Real talk. If you overheard your partner say this about you, would your first thought be, I should set them free, or I need to fight harder to show them they're wanted? Drop your gut reaction below right now. I need to know where you stand before Reddit hits us with the verdict. Let's see what they said. Commenter. Question is, are you attracted to her? Do you think she is gorgeous? Are you uncomfortable or forgetful about sex? If you're attracted to her, write it out. The way you were able to write on here about leaving her for her happiness. If you think she is attractive, just tell her when you see her. Compliments make your partner feel good. None of us know what happens in bed between you two, but you should know what she likes and doesn't like. If you aren't interested in your own pleasure, it doesn't mean you shouldn't care about hers. If it's a physical performance issue, then just pretend you don't have a willy and use or do other things. Maybe try new stuff. I know money is tight and therapy is expensive. Try just going to look around a sex toy store together. It could bring up conversation and be an interesting experience. Do pick a place with good reviews and isn't too shady. Information needed. OP replies, I do think she is very cute. Yes, I will tell her that sometimes. I try to remember to tell her at least once a week, and I think I do. It's not about the performance part, and we have toys. She would not feel comfortable going into a sex toy store. Commenter. I told my husband at one point that I was uncomfortable with how little sex we were having, and how undesired and unattractive it made me feel. Within the week, he made a doctor's appointment, immediately quit watching porn or masturbating, and went out of his way to organically initiate all different types of sex with me. To this day, we are beyond good, and I feel beyond desired and loved. Why haven't you done any of this? Commenter. Not overreacting. After reading some of your comments, it doesn't sound like you're attracted to your wife more than some asexual people are to their partners. I'm going to assume you really enjoyed her personality and other positive qualities about her. Her attractiveness level probably wasn't the main thing that caught your attention. It only sounds like you need to sit down with your wife and have a really honest conversation about her happiness in the relationship, because you seem to be living as partners, but not lovers. OP replies, she is my best friend, and I love her, and fell in love with her because we get along so well and have fun together and good conversations. She's really funny. I think she is very cute. Commenter. More. Have you tried using toys or something that would make it easier for you? My partner and I enjoy using toys together because sometimes it's just easier. There's plenty of Bluetooth toys you can control with your phone if you don't want to mess with a lot of buttons, vibrators, dildos, etc. Ask to watch her play with herself. Call her sexy, attractive. Tell her how fast or how slow to go. She's staying with you because she loves you. And you obviously love her, but imagine if she went up to you one day and asked to break up, only to find out later the reason was because she felt like she wasn't enough? Personally, I think it would kill me finding out. This is 100% something that can be worked on and improved together. Edit. OP. What the heck? You have ruined this girl's confidence and is probably scared to leave you because she doesn't think she's attractive. If you actually love her, you'd leave her. Do her a favor. Since you're a little dense, I phrased a little script for you so you don't crush her anymore. I apologize for not being able to put in the effort for you. You deserve way more. You deserve better. I love you, and you're a beautiful woman. But you deserve more. OP replies, we have toys and everything, and most of the time use them during sex. But stuff like watching her play with herself isn't really what she wants. And I feel like she will know that I am specifically doing it for a reason if I do stuff like call her sexy or attractive, because it would sound awkward and forced and unnatural. Commenter. Wait, you don't ever call her sexy or attractive because you think it sounds forced and unnatural? Maybe I'm misunderstanding, and you mean you just don't say those things during sex. But if I'm not, I understand now why she feels like she's not desirable. I understand you're tired, but compliments are the cheapest gift there is, and arguably one of the easiest things to do. OP replies, I don't think I've ever called anyone sexy in my life, but definitely not her. She isn't really a sexy person, she is more cute and adorable. Commenter. Not overreacting. I've read your post and most of your comments. You need to leave her. Let her meet someone who actually wants her, And it's not because you're not having sex. You like her like she's your best friend. It's entirely platonic between you two, and it bothers her. But you're unwilling to do anything to fix it, or you do, but stop after a month or two. That isn't fair to her. It's great when your significant other is your friend. It makes a great relationship. But you're killing her self-esteem, self-confidence, and potentially her self-worth. Do her a favor and end it, but say you most definitely want to stay friends and not lose her completely. Commenter, have you talked candidly about this? With your wife? A therapist? A medical doctor? All of the above? If your libido crashed in the wake of developing a chronic illness, there is likely a correlation, be it mental or physical. OP replies, I have talked about the libido issues with my doctor. There is really not much we can do about it yet, as we're still trying to figure out what's wrong with me medically. Commenter, have you gotten a second opinion? Tried medications? Either something different to address your illness, or something to aid your libido? Or worked on the psychological aspect? Sometimes it's not physical. Chronic illness can mess with your head in a big way. OP replies, we still don't know what's wrong with me, so medications and second opinions aren't helpful at this point. I have tried therapy before, and it was awful. Just an awful experience. Horrible. I tried 4 therapists, and I finally had to stop because it was just too expensive and awful. Commenter, it sounds like you're unwilling to put in the effort, if I'm honest. A second opinion would be very helpful in your search for a diagnosis. Sometimes you need a new pair of eyes on your lab work and vitals. Finding a therapist is a journey. How selective are you with your friends? You should be more so with your therapist, psychiatrist. It takes time to find a good fit, and it takes honesty to get anything out of it. Therapy isn't easy. At times it's more than awful, but it's beneficial if you allow it to be. Based on your reluctance, I would recommend talking candidly with your wife regarding your thoughts on leaving her. OP replies, like I said, I have tried therapy. I tried like 4 therapists, and I had to stop because it was expensive and awful. How many do people have to try? Like 40? 50? That's so much, and it's so expensive. I don't know how people do it. Commenter, what do you mean it was awful? How can therapy be awful with 4 different clinicians? Was it uncomfortable? Did you not like confronting things about yourself? Your answer above is concerning. Do you have trauma from your childhood or young adulthood? Have you taken the ACEs trauma evaluation? You need to take that and be honest with it. Any score 4 or above will likely need help in adulthood at some point, and you'll need to share that result with a trauma-informed therapist. OP replies, yes, it was uncomfortable and awkward and awful. I felt bad the entire time I was talking to them, and I just never got anywhere. I just shut down every time, and it's not helpful. And then it was so expensive that it was wasteful to spend my time doing that. I've tried so many times. No, I don't have trauma from my childhood. Commenter, what a childish attitude. If you are in a monogamous relationship, you are responsible for the sex life you maintain with your partner, and you have a duty to make it satisfying for both of you. Selfishness kills relationships. Only focusing on your own wants is a recipe for divorce. OP replies, it just doesn't really ever occur to me to have sex. I never really think about it. I've tried so many things to remind me, and it just never works. And sometimes I am just too tired. Commenter, Don't take this the wrong way, but are you asexual? My girlfriend is asexual, so I have to initiate all the time. I imagine the dynamic is a little easier for an asexual woman and sexually normative man than the reverse. OP replies, I don't think I am. No. Commenter. So you enjoy sex when you have it. You just don't have a big sex drive. It sounds like your wife is being very clear about what she needs from her partner. You could provide that for her by just making it a priority. My girlfriend loves back massages. I don't particularly enjoy giving them to her, but I do it about 5 times a week because she loves it, and I love her. If the main issue here is you initiating, then prioritize that for her. If you love her, it shouldn't be that difficult to give her what she wants. She just wants to know that you want her, and her way of understanding that is your physical affection towards her. Batshit crazy to think the best option is divorce. You'd rather run away from a woman you love than put some effort in. OP replies, I don't know how to put more effort in than I've tried in the past. It never works. I tried to set random alarms to tell myself to try to flirt with her or initiate with her, and it ended up just feeling fake and forced, and she could tell. I don't know what else I can do. Commenter. Moar. Are you two talking about your sex life? Have you tried making adaptations to help you be more in the mood? Is that something you want? Are you and your wife still giving each other compliments? Do you still have non-sexual physical intimacy? If your medical condition is chronic, you may want to speak with a health professional about ways to adapt your sex life. You are not alone in what you are going through. You need to let your wife know that you do love her and think she is desirable. You two can get through this, but you have to talk to each. OP replies, I didn't want my post to be too long and annoy people, but in her conversation she was having, she talked about how she stopped trying to talk about any of this with me because it just makes her sad that nothing ever changes for the long term. And it's true. We would talk, and I'd really try, and it just wouldn't really work. Escalation Squad. That one actually broke me a little. He loves her so much, he's ready to walk away just so she can feel desired by someone else. And she's slowly killing her own libido because she believes no man will ever want her that way. At what exact line did your heart sink for both of them? And real question, if you were the wife who felt completely undesired, or the husband who physically can't give her what she needs, would you rather fight together or set each other free? Drop your answer below. I read every single one. If this one hit you in the feels, smash that like, hit subscribe, and turn on the bell, because tomorrow's story escalates even harder. Love you all. You deserve to feel wanted. See you in the next one. Much love.